Hello, in this lesson, I want to look at our last composition, which is reflection over intersecting lines. Here I have a polygon. I'm going to just draw two lines that intersect, and this can be done in any fashion that you want. I'm just going to draw them similar to what we have in the text. So the idea is, what if I were to reflect this original image across those two intersecting lines, and what would we notice? So let's go ahead and do the reflection first of all. So let's see, reflect this image about the first line. There it is. And then we're going to once again reflect that image across the second line. There it is. Now, maybe just to demonstrate this a little bit better, I'll move the lines apart a tad. Remember, this is a dynamic, so you can kind of see that a little bit. So the thing to notice is really the angles and what's really true about the original image, pre-image versus the final image. So what you'll notice is the original pre-image is oriented the same way, and like as far as it's kind of like a boot, and it's pointing to the right in some way, shape, or form. I also want to look at the angles. So let's look at a measure of the angles. If we look at the measure between these two original lines, that, according to my GeoGebra sketch here, is a 40-degree angle. Now, if you look at create a segment between, well, first of all, I need to put an intersecting point here where these two lines intersect, right? And if you were to put a segment between the center of where those lines intersect, I about gave away the answer, and A, and then you look at a segment between that intersection point and A prime, what you'll notice is that it appears to be a center of rotation, and it actually is. And I wonder what that angle is. So we're going to examine that just a tad as well. So I'll put in a slider, okay, and I'm going to call it angle. And let's go ahead and give it the name A. All right, and then I'm going to use my rotate around a point tool. I'm going to rotate this original pre-image around this point of intersection, and I'm going to tie it to my slider A. I forgot to put my slider back to 0, so let's take it back there for a second. And now you can see, it doesn't look like I rotated the entire image. I just grabbed a point for some reason. So let's try that one more time. And this may happen to you as well. It's okay that it's on the video. Rotate around the point. I got to make sure I click on the polygon. There we go. On the point, I want to rotate around, and then again, I'm going to call it A. All right. Now let's go back and grab this slider, and notice as I move this, I can finally map it over to that final resting place. And then what do you notice? When I get it to its resting place, the slider is at 80 degrees, exactly double the angle between the two intersecting lines. And if you were to change that, if I were to move this, maybe make it wider, like let's say I made this a 50-degree angle, what would I have to do to the slider to make it be true? Well, I'd have to go back and take it all the way over to, whoa, too far. Exactly 100 degrees would sit it on there. So it's always double. Kind of cool, a really neat property. And also something that I don't have time to do, and I can't do really online, but something that holds true with origami. When we do folds and double folds, we can actually get items to move around with the same orientation. Really neat.